In this video, I am going to teach you lesson 16 and lesson 17 together in one video. And so this is page 91. So for each inequality, you have to find the value or values of x that make it true. So we basically have to solve the inequalities. So again, if I'm starting out with an addition sign, I have to subtract that. So I have to subtract 21, and I have to do that to the other side. So 56 minus 21 is 35. Bring down the less than or equal to sign, and you also have to bring down the x, 8x. Now, since the 8 is connected to my x, that's like multiplying 8 times x, I have to divide, which is the opposite of multiplication, 8 to both sides. So now I get x equals less than or equal to 4 3/8. Because 35 divided by 8 is 4 3/8. And so that's what that would look like. So now for here, I have to, since this is connected to the parentheses like this, I have to distribute it to both. Meaning I have to do 7 times 7 and 7 times negative x. So 7 times 7 is 49. And 7 times negative x is negative 7x. Now I can solve it kind of like how I did this one. Since 49 is positive, I have to do the opposite of positive, which is a negative. And I have to do the same thing to the other side. So 56 minus 49 is 7. Bring down the rest of the stuff. And now, since my negative 7 is connected to my x, I have to divide each side by negative 7. And so 7 divided by negative 7 is negative 1. And I bring down the less than and the x. So if I flip this, this would actually be x is greater than negative 1. Notice how the opening that's facing the x is still facing the x right here. So these would be your solution. These two are the same solution. Okay? And so we have the club activities matching. So you basically have to choose the inequality that best matches each given situation. And so for number 1, you have the garden club is planting fruit trees in their school's garden. There is one large tree that needs 5 pounds of fertilizer. The rest are newly planted trees that need 1/2 pound fertilizer each. So think about which one it could be. And so it says there is one large tree that needs 5 pounds. So we kind of have to look at either one of these because that's adding 5 pounds. And the rest are newly planted trees that need 1/2 pound fertilizer each. So out of these two, this one is the one that shows 1/2 each. So B would be the one that matches it. And so I'm going to write the explanation down for you as well. So 1/2 a pound for each of an unknown number of trees plus five pounds of fertilizer is less than or equal to 25, which is likely the maximum amount of fertilizer available. Okay. I'll let you soak that page in for a second. Now, you have number 2. The chemistry club is experimenting with different mixtures of water with a certain chemical to make fake snow. To make each mixture, the students start with some amount of water and then add 1/7 of that amount of the chemical and then 9 more grams of the chemical. The chemical is expensive, so there can't be more than a certain number of grams of the chemical in any one mixture. So this tells me I need 1/7 basically on this side, so it's out of these. However, it says 1/7 of that amount, so meaning 1/7 kind of multiplying by that x. So these two can't be a contender. And so now it says 9 more, meaning you have to add 9. So out of these two, A would be the one that is adding 9. So half of the amount of water plus 9 grams is the amount of chemicals used. This total must be less than 26.25 grams which is, likely to be the maximum amount of the chemical that can be used. Okay. So now, for number 3, the hiking club is on a hike down a cliff. They begin at an elevation of 12 feet and descend at the rate of 3 feet per minute. So if you're beginning at an elevation of 12 feet, that means you're starting with 12 feet, and then you're descending at 3 feet per minute. So if you're starting at 12 and then you're descending, that means you're starting at 12 and you're subtracting the 3 feet per minute. So C would be your answer. So again, they start at 12 feet and then lose 3 feet per minute So if X is the number of minutes they hike. Then 3,